Welcome to Urban Teen Magazine here at Blog Talk Radio. I'm your host, Sandra White-Stevens, publisher of Urban Teen Magazine. We are a teen magazine written for teens by teens. Here at Urban Teen Magazine Radio, we focus on the entertainment section of Urban Teen Magazine, bringing to life to our readers and listeners some of our wonderful and talented artists that we feature. Which brings me to our very special guest today. Hailing from Washington, D.C., Jordan King is a talented singer, rapper, poet who loves expressing her emotions through the gift of her musical creativity. Jordan's music is a mixture of R&B, soul, hip-hop, jazz, and funk. Welcome to Urban Teen Magazine, Jordan.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Jordan, tell us how old you were and when you realized that you had the talent to be a performer.
I would have to say since forever. Like, I can't even give you an age. Like, since I had the ability to just, say what I wanted or, just to speak, I always knew I wanted to perform. I was in ballet at a very young age, cheerleading and everything. So it was like I was always performing, and I always loved it. I loved the feeling of being in front of people and performing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you got the bug early on.
Yeah, I did.
Now, like I mentioned in the intro, you're from Washington, D.C. As a talented singer, rapper, and poet, how do you feel being from D.C. has helped you as an artist or an aspiring artist?
Well, I mean, of course, because that's where my roots are from. That's where I was raised. And the music scene over there is, it's pretty different. Of course, they have their own native music, which is go-go. And I was heavily influenced by that as well. And just being connected with the local musical artists and people that I grew up with who were also aspiring artists, they all influenced me. They were all a part of my journey. So, it's just been a big part of how I grew up.
Right. Okay. And, Jordan, I read that you said that you love performing on stage, and you just said it right now. And when you're on stage, you feel like you're at home. Describe to our audience what that feels like for you.
It's just such an amazing feeling. It's like an out-of-body experience. Like, of course, right before I get on stage, I'm, extremely nervous, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, I really hope that everybody likes it. Just the typical things that we think about, just the doubts and things like that. But as soon as I hit the stage, everything that I'm thinking about goes out the window, and I just perform, and it's amazing. It's just it's almost indescribable. It's just like I'm one with the audience is listening to me, I'm telling my story through my music, and it's amazing. It's a blessing to be able to have that gift and for people to actually love it and listen to it and want to be a part of it and experience it. I'm just really grateful to even be able to do that.
Yeah, wow. And you're also part of a band called The Hustlers. Tell us about your band and how it all came to be.
Yes, The Hustlers. Well, first I guess I'll give a little background information on why I chose the name The Hustlers.
Okay.
Basically, in the music industry or in any industry, to become successful, you really have to hustle, and nothing worth having is going to be easy, to be able to attain. So the Hustlers, I named them that because we were really working hard, and it was a group of people that I met in college, Five Towns College, where I graduated from. And, they were all willing to back me up and support me and play for me whenever I wanted to do shows and things like that. And I always appreciated that about them. Very talented musicians. And we hustled. And that's pretty much how it was. So I had my band, The Hustlers. We go out and perform, and we practice and rehearse, and it's amazing just to be a part of a relationship with such great musicians, and we all work very, very hard. So.
Yeah, wow, and I like the name, and that's true. Like, especially in the entertainment industry, you have to hustle to get known and get out there. You got to bust your butt.
Yeah, absolutely, and I always explain that at my shows. is not necessarily, the word hustler is not necessarily a negative term, you know. I'm turning it around and I'm letting people know, you know, you have to hustle. There's nothing wrong with hustling, and there's nothing wrong with claiming that you're a hustler, because that means you're doing what you love and you're doing what you need to do to get to where you want to be, and that's exactly what we all do.
Okay. And you were featured in a recent Ken Kushner film entitled The Psychotics. Tell us about your experience and how you became a part of that film.
Well, it was random. I met Ken Kushner, who is the director and writer of the movie, and randomly met. He liked my look, and initially he wanted me to host, like, a few TV shows, but that never really, I'm not sure if that ever came into fruition, but we just kept in contact, and eventually, you know, he had the idea for The Psychotics, which is like a comedic, scary movie type of thing. Very, it's like really scary, but also has a comedy edge to it. And he had the idea for the movie, and he was like, you know, I really want you to be in it. It's also going to be turned into a TV series, and I think he's doing his own channel on cable for it. So he just wanted me to be a part of it, and it was cool that I just, you know, we always kept in contact. And one day I just went down to the casting call. He loved my improvisation, and that's pretty much how it happened.
Oh, wow. How exciting.
Yeah, it was really exciting, and it was cool because it was a new experience. And acting is something I kind of do, but I haven't really dedicated my full time to it because I'm always into my music. So to be recognized, you know, for something different was cool. It was really cool.
Yeah. And, Jordan, being a graduate of the top-rated performing arts school, Five Towns College in Long Island, New York, which you mentioned a little earlier, tell us about your time there and how you feel or don't feel it has helped you in pursuing your career goals in the industry.
Well, it was pretty cool to be there. Honestly, if it weren't for me going to college, I wouldn't have met the people that I know now that are helping me to be successful and to work at my craft. So in that way, it was really good. Also got, you know, really good education as to how the music business works, and, you know, just being informed and taught how the music business is run and what to expect when I'm actually out there in the real world. One thing that I would say was a little bit of a negative was that, you know, people think, or people will give you the impression that learning stops once you're, you know, out of college, and that's just totally not the case. Since I've been out of college, I think, you know, I've been learning a lot more, but the tools that I got while I was in college, you know, really helped me, and especially dealing with, you know, shady people in the industry, I kind of know what to expect, and I know, you know, that not everybody is a good person, and I know how to detect whether they're good people or whether they're in my corner and actually want to help me, or if, you know, they have other intentions. So, you know, it was a pretty good experience, and, yeah, I'm definitely glad I got my degree.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like it's like it helped you get to where you wanted to be, but once you got there, you kept learning and kept doing and learning, and being in the industry helped you learn even more, but the education got you to that point. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And who would you say is your audience? When you're performing and you look out there, do you have like a core audience that no matter what city or what performance, that there's a certain type of audience that comes to your shows? You know what? I can't say that, because every time I perform, it's almost every time I perform, it's a different crowd. You know, different ethnic backgrounds, different ages, and I think that's the great thing about my music, is that I can speak to young people, I can speak to mature people, I can speak to, you know, black, white, Asian. It doesn't matter, you know what I mean? Like, my music and music in general should be able to touch everyone. And I really believe that, and I'm so happy that I'm able to do that. Even on my statistics on my YouTube channel, you know, I see that there's people from teenagers to people
ages 65 and beyond that are really listening to my music. So, you know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And who would you say is your inspiration? Do you have someone that you admire or look up to? They could be in the industry or someone that you know personally. It could be a favorite artist.
Absolutely. I mean, I would say one of my biggest influences would be Erykah Badu. Of course, Prince. I grew up on Prince. Janelle Monáe. Pretty much anyone who wasn't afraid to step outside of the box, because that's what I really want to do with my music. I want to not necessarily have to be be restricted to people's standards of what they think music should be like or what they think I should be as an artist. And I think, you know, those people, they really, really, really did that. And you know, Lauryn Hill, being a singer and a rapper at the same time, Missy Elliott, and, you know, people don't really expect that from an artist, from a female artist especially. So, yeah, people like that.
And when you're not performing, what do you like to do in your spare time? What does Jordan like to do for fun?
Sleep. I really like to get my rest. Dealing with the music and everything, that's one of the things you don't really get to have a lot. So I really like to sleep. I like to eat good food. I like to spend time with people I love and just chill and, you know, even having alone time with myself or, you know, just being alone and just blocking out everything is pretty cool to me.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I love that too, so.
Yeah.
I can totally relate. What would you say has been your biggest challenge in this industry? If you can name something, what would that be?
My biggest challenge, I would say my biggest challenge has been myself. And I think that's a lot of people's biggest challenge, because you can be your own worst critic. And I tend to be that. And I think that a lot of people need to realize that in order to do what you love or in order to be successful at anything, you have to really believe in yourself. And that's like the key thing to just being happy, period. So that, I think, was the biggest challenge, because there's always negativity everywhere else, but you can't be negative towards yourself. So that's something that I really had to learn. And, you know, it's a good tool to have, because otherwise I can just let other people influence my decisions and tell me what I need to be doing, what I need to wear, how I need to look, how my music should sound. But in all actuality, I just have to be myself. And that was I think that was one of the hardest lessons to learn, but the best lesson that I had to learn being an artist.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick break and listen to one of Jordan's hit singles. It's called Looking Up. We'll be right back.
Yay!
Yay! So we're going to check it out, Jordan. You stay right there, and we're going to go check it out.
Makes me feel so bad, I don't even wanna try to hide my feelings, 'cause there is just no such disguise good enough to hide what I feel like on the inside. 'Cause I'm never like I got better things to do, doing nothing when I should have been talking to you. Should have given you the love you deserve to. And now it's too late to apologize and try to excuse the way I treated you. I didn't mean to be the person to abuse your generosity. Who knew it would be you that I would lose? And now I'm looking up at you. Why did you have to go away? I'm looking up at the chance to say goodbye. And I know you didn't see the side of me that you would have liked. And I regret the last words. That I spoke into your life. I thought you would survive, but instead you died to be treated right. 'Cause I'm living like I got better things to do, doing nothing when I should have been talking to you. Should have given you the love that you deserve too. And now it's too late to apologize and try to excuse the way I treated you. I didn't mean to be the person to abuse your generosity. Who knew it would be you that I would lose? And now I'm looking up at you. Why did you have to go away? I'm looking up at you. Why couldn't you stay? I'm looking up at you, baby.
And we're back here on Urban Teen Magazine with our special guest, Jordan King. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed that.
Wow, I definitely enjoyed it. That was
Thank
such
you.
a nice song, and you have such a beautiful voice and very strong, deep voice. So give us a
Thank
little
you.
background on the song. Did you write the song? Is there a special meaning to the song? You know, I kind of listened to the lyrics, but I just want to hear from your perspective.
Yes, absolutely. Well, all my songs that I perform are written by myself.
Okay.
And so that one was as well. And the song Looking Up is dedicated to my aunt who passed away a few years ago. It was like a really emotional experience for me because before she passed, I didn't say to her what I thought I should have said. And I think it's really important for you to love people while they're here because you never know when they're going to go. So that was an experience that I regretted, really, 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 really much. And, I wrote about it. That's how I get my emotions out. And I also think it's just a very important message to send to people, You never know when it's going to be your time to go or your family member's time to go. And why wait to tell them that you love them? That's pretty much what that song is all about.
Yeah, wow. And that gives the song even a little more meaning. I really appreciate that you shared that with us, and that I'm pretty sure there's quite a few people out there who have gone through that and they can relate.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah. Is there any advice that you would like to give to people interested in pursuing a career in the entertainment industry?
Absolutely. I mean, there's tons of advice. I think I could go on and on for days, but I think one of the most important things would be to believe in yourself and to develop yourself. Life is a learning experience. You never stop learning, and you always have to develop your craft, perfect it. Your job is never done as an artist, as a performer, as a songwriter, whatever it is that you choose to do as a musician, whatever. You have to keep working at your craft. You have to keep practicing. You can always be better. You can always do better. And to believe in yourself, means that you will actually strive to do that. And, just don't give up on yourself. Everybody in the music industry had to hustle. Well, maybe not everybody, but, everybody who has longevity had to hustle at some point and are still hustling to keep up, what they have going. And I think it's very important to know that you can't just get it easily. You have to work for it, and you have to hustle, That's why my band is called The Hustlers. We hustle, and, we're going to make it. You have to have that in your mind, in your mindset, like you're going to make it. I'm going to make it. And you have to actually do it, not just say it, but do it as well.
Right. And that's so important because there's a lot of people out there that say they want it, but they don't do what they need to do. They don't hustle, like you say. So that's very good advice for everybody out there. You know, it's not going to come to you. You got to get out there and get it.
Absolutely.
And what do you think you would be doing if you weren't a performer? Did you ever have any other aspirations, like any other dreams of being something else besides performing?
I think that I thought I had dreams of being something else, but only because of what society was telling me I should be. Like they tell you when you're growing up, you know, don't you want to be a doctor or a lawyer or a teacher or something where you can have, you know, a consistent income and, you know, stuff like that. I would think, okay, well, maybe I can do that because I'll make money, but I've never had a passion for anything else other than music and performing, period, point blank.
Okay. And what can your fans expect from you in the future? Do you have any future projects that you're working on or things that you want to give a shout out?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually working on recording my first mixtape that should be out in the summer, this summer coming up. And you can expect honesty. You know, we all are humans and we all go through stuff. And I will be telling you guys all my business, telling you what I'm going through, how I'm feeling, and, you know, I'm expressing it through my music. That's like my therapy. So that's pretty much what you can expect. You can expect great music, great lyrics, great melodies, great harmonies, and just everything in the great context. It's gonna be really, really dope. I really think everybody's gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, and if it's anything like Looking Up, which we just heard a few minutes ago, we're all going to be in for a treat. So,
Thank
that
you.
was awesome. Yeah, props.
Thank you so
much props to you. How can your fans connect with you? Like if they want to find out about your upcoming projects, how can they just connect with Jordan?
Sure. Well, anybody can easily just go on my Facebook page. It's at facebook.com/ILoveJordanKing. You can go to my YouTube. I actually released a lot of cover videos on my YouTube page, so even though my mixtape hasn't come out yet, you guys can still experience, you know, different things that I'm working on. So YouTube, you can either search Jordan King or go by my YouTube name, which is Scarlet Fire 32. Spelled ScarletTPhyre, the number 3, the number 2. And you can sign my mailing list on either my Facebook page at facebook.com/ILoveJordanKing or my Reverb Nation page, which is reverbnation.com/JordanKingMusic. And that's pretty much it. You can pretty much Google Jordan King and all that stuff will pop up.
Okay. Well, Jordan, thank you for joining us here today at Urban Teen Magazine. It's been a pleasure speaking to you as an artist. It's been such a pleasure just getting to know you as an artist and listening to what you're doing.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
It's been our pleasure, and we wish you much success in everything you do in the future.
Thank you so much.
And thank you all for joining us here today at Urban Teen Magazine here at Blog Talk Radio. If you would like to know more about our special guest, Jordan King, like she just mentioned, visit her Facebook page and her YouTube, as well as Reverb Nation. And you can also download her latest single. I'm assuming that it's probably on iTunes. If not, visit her social media pages. And you just heard it right here. That song was Looking Up. And it was pretty awesome. So if you were listening in earlier, you heard it, and you guys probably already know and want to download it. Be on the lookout for our latest issue of Urban Teen Magazine, as well as Jordan King's feature in an upcoming issue. Urban Teen Magazine is available digitally at urbanteenmagazine.com.